Hi, my amazing planner people. It's Jess from my magical planner, and it is time. It's January 1st, and I have not set up my week, and so I really need to do that. And we're moving into my brand new Hobonichi Cousin for the year. If you've missed that setup video, I will link it down below and above for you guys. But I think what I want to start with, because I haven't put anything really in here yet, is I want to go to January 1st. And I want to set up these two pages so that I kind of have this is what I want to do. It's a little bit of an experiment too, because I'm using it differently than I've used it in the past. But one of the key things that I want to have on my January page, I've decided, is my currently inked. So I'm going to do that first. So I have my 4 fountain pens here. They've all been inked up. So let's do little swatches, and I can say what pen they are and everything up here, because I think that'll make me happy. I'm going to start with my newest pen, which is the Pilot Vanishing Point. This is in a fine nib. So I think what I'm going to do is just make a little swatch up here. And I do really like this pen ink combo so far. So we have Pilot, Vanishing Point. I'm just going to put VP. And the ink that is currently in here is from Colorverse. And it is called Tar Heel. I really, really like this color. It's one of the few inks that I actually have a bottle of and not just a sample. So, oh, I should put the nib size here. My thought is at the end of the month, I can kind of evaluate how I like this pen ink combo, because it really is a pen ink paper type deal. So that's the Vanishing Point. Then we have the Estabrook, which is also in a fine, which I inked up kind of towards the end of December and decided I'm probably going to keep this ink in for the rest of the month so that I can have more opportunity to kind of play with it. So we're going to make another square here. And this is another ink that I feel really goes well with this pen. So we have the Estabrook, SD, and inside here, ooh, I think it's Dominant Industry. Let me double check. It's Diamine. That's right. That sounds right. And this is Jack Frost, which is a really cool sheening ink. So it goes down blue, and as it dries, you get this kind of pinkish color, which is really cool. This is also a fine. Not that I have enough pens that I can, like, there's not a big difference. So that's the Estabrook. Next, let's do the Banu. This is another really fun one. I wanted a darker, I kind of went with blues for January. It just felt like the right thing to do. So this is the Banu. Ooh, what is the model is, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. My battery died, so we had to do a quick change of batteries. But anyhow, this is the Banu Briolette. I think it's luminous blue is the color, which I really, really like. And in here, We have the Ferris Wheel Press Stroke of Midnight. This is a sample I've ordered twice now, not realizing it. And this is a fine tip as well. And I will let you guys have close-ups of these colors just in this little writing sample when we're done here. And that leaves the TWSBI. It's the Diamond 580 Impression Blue, I believe it's what it's called. So this is another dark ink in here. So in this one, I have an ink called, I think it's Stargazer. No, not that one. This one. Yes, Stargazer. I'm loving having so many samples, but it does sometimes make it hard to be like, oh, this is what I want. Oh, TWSBI. And I guess I'll put 580 next to it because that's, yeah, we'll just say TWSBI 580. And then in here we have Diamine. And it is called Stargazer. And this is an extra fine. So right now, what do they do? EF? Yeah. Okay, so those are my pens for the, well, I only have those 4 pens. I am thinking about treating myself to another pen because I did so the TWSBI was my first pen and I adored it, and well, I still adore it. And I use it quite often. It's kind of my, like, for the longest time, it was the first pen I gravitated towards. So I got that one. And then my second one that I got was this one. This was a Black Friday purchase, kind of an impulse buy. And then this was kind of my Christmas present to myself after another pen didn't work out. And then the Vanishing Point, being my newest addition, was a gift. So I did some pictures for a neighbor for her daughter's senior pictures. And I was like, no, you don't need to pay me. It's fine. Whatever. But she got me a gift card to Amazon and I used that to purchase this. So I am thinking about buying another one. It might be another Banu, but I'm not sure. So anyhow, but that's what I currently have. And here are your close-ups. So you can really see with the Jack Frost how it has the sheening. The Tar Heel is really just a solid light color. The Ferris Wheel Press has quite a bit of glitter into that ink. And it comes out, even with the fine point, you can still see it in the ink. And then with the TWSBI, the Stargazer, again, has some of that color changing aspects to it. So you can see some of the different colors coming out even in the extra fine, which is kind of cool. It looks almost a little bit more like reddish almost than blue, depending on the light you look at it in. So that's the first thing I wanted to set up in here, at least. Since we're on this page, I think I'm going to go ahead and set up. I haven't done the letter to myself. I think I might do that today. We'll see. I'm going to set up the other things that I felt were important for this page, which is a family section with each one of my family members on it, and kind of a focus that I feel like I need for them for the month, a house to-do list, and what do I want to be learning this month. So to kind of divide those up, I think I want some washi across here. The question is what color? I think I want to use one of the thinner washies. Oh, you know what? I can use... I have the perfect washi. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, I'm going to use some of this Coffee Monsters Co. washi. This was in, I think, one of her most recent releases. But I think it'll be a good... Throwing it here and then the other one here, or vice versa. Oh. Okay, we're gonna... I find it hard to deal with real for some reason. So I like to cut them off. But if I do this across here, I think, is that straight? Okay, we're gonna call that straight. And then I'm gonna use this and go to there and to here. So I think it's really funny, this little lurking guy in the background of the washi. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think he's funny. So anyhow, that'll be my currently inked. And then do I want the other washi up here? I think I'm going to put it a little higher up and then put it across here. And I think I'm just going to rip this one. And do I want to put currently inked and using this maybe? That works. And maybe we use a blue. Oh, it's smeared, but it's okay. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for that portion. Now we have this portion down here. And I think I'm going to use some of these, like maybe, does that color go? Or maybe this color? I think they're like the same version of the color, just like one's more pigmented than the other. But I think what I want to do is I want to have the house to-do list, like maybe over here. I'm gonna peel some off. These, so these two washi tapes are from Coffee Monster Co. And these ones are from Moxie Life. So I think that's probably enough room for, and I kind of see the grid for the sheet below, because this one has no grid that I'm kind of lining everything up with just a little bit. Okay, so I did get some new stickers for like to do and stuff like that. Let me see if I think I put them away. So let's here's the to-dos. So these were the new to-dos. I don't think I want the really small ones. I could do these ones. So let me see here. I think I'm going to use the bigger ones. So I'm going to do that. And then I think because physical environment is gray in the Moxie Live system, I'm going to use the gray dot marker. Is it this one? Oh, that's Moxie Gray. That's just an extra gray. And where's the other gray? Maybe I'll use both to make my to-dos down the side here. Do I want to alternate? You don't know. I'm just going to do this one. I'm going to give myself a couple there. And then I'm going to use the vanishing point to write them in. By mirror for bathroom. Declutter books and declutter socks, cleaning schedule, hang one piece of art because I have some art that's just hanging out that we haven't hung. So that's the home to-dos. Do I have other to-dos I want to put on here for other areas? Let's see. I guess that'll be personal. So I'm going to do my monthly, like, these are the things I'd like to do. But I'll just mark them in different colors. So personal, we have read book for book club. That's through the public library. So we have that. Let me pull out my goals. So I did this the other day. So, oh, friend outing. So schedule. Friend outing. Haven't done that. So that needs to happen. And although this could be in the learning, I think, too. I'm going to put Club Moxie. I'm not even sure what this next month's theme is supposed to be honest. Okay, so there's that. Let me find for fun and recreation. So I need to book my planner meetup trip. Like, I think I'm going to Gallenstein, which is like the very beginning of February, and that's mostly, I need to book the hotel yet. I think I did everything else the other night. And I'm gonna meet up with, I think, my friend Karen. So book Disney. And this is like totally last minute. She does shopping for like Disney pickups and stuff, and so she'll be at Disney World, and last minute it looks like I can make our schedules collide, and like the airfare is not horrible, and I've got my annual pass, and I can use my Disney Visa points to book the hotel, so I think that's gonna work. So do that. And then with the kids, we need to decide when we're going to do the Europe trip. Because maybe we won't go this year. Maybe we will go next Christmas or next summer. I didn't realize that the Summer Olympics was in Paris, and I'm like, oh, we don't want to go there. Because that sounds crazy. And yeah, so there is that. Family relationship will be over here. Health and wellness. Where's that one? I think I have other goals on here, but mostly I want to go to gym 2x a week at a minimum. So that's on there. And then for personal growth, it must still be in here. I'm like, where's that marker? I'm running out of room. This is not a good sign. For this one, I just want a journal, which I started this morning. Ooh, that looks like an M, not an R, or an N. Journal daily. I think this one is just a record. This is financial. Record, spend, and then that leaves work and learning. And I think the big thing that I want to do in work and learning after like contemplating it is learn to do vertical videos with whatever camera this is. Let's say I'll just say bigger camera, because it does vertical videos. It does a bunch of other stuff too. Okay, so there is all of my to-do kind of for the month. And then in this early, yeah, we're going to do family. And I think I'm going to do a different color ink. Let's do the Banu. Do I want to write? Yeah, I'm going to write family at the top. Okay. So we're going to write everybody's name here. So we have Jared, who's my husband. We have Ethan. He's my oldest. Daniel. Megan. And Emily. So for me and Jared, my big focus for this month is two meaningful dates. By meaningful, I mean we're not both dead tired and just going to dinner and so tired we're not really having a conversation. Because that's how things have kind of been for Ethan. Um, Education, support. So he dropped out of his first semester of college, which he had only signed up for a couple classes, whatever. He had paid for it himself and everything, and just girlfriend broke up with him. Life was ending as he knew it and needed a reset, we'll say. And he had signed up to start doing stuff with the electrical trades. They have taken a while to get back to him, and he had, like, last week, he was like, I'm ready to do some more college classes. He's just going to take one. We came to the agreement that we will pay for the one class as long as he passes the class and like doesn't drop out. If that makes sense. He has to finish the class and he has to pass it, otherwise he has to pay us back. So that's where we are there. For Daniel, I need to get on him about his sleep. So I'm going to say sleep schedule. For Megan, we need to talk about her skating goals. And make sure that we are in the right place, that on competitions and costumes. Emily is going to be starting a new form of therapy, so we will have to do some things here at home. So I'm going to put do therapy at home. I don't know why I'm blanking on the type of therapy. It's not PT, but it's to help her better accommodate with her environment. Megan and Emily have both had autism diagnosis. Megan got reevaluated a couple months ago, and they did take her autism diagnosis off, although she is borderline there, so they're not. It could be that. It could be her OCD. They're not really sure. So we're just kind of treating symptoms right now. Emily is definitely an autism child, but she's highly functioning. She'd be what you would call an Asperger child in previous generations or whatever. Most people understand what that means. So she just has some difficulties. Megan has similar difficulties, but she's a very different kid. So that's kind of where the family stuff is. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to put on this page right now? I don't think so, although I feel like I can divide this here and put something else here. I'm not sure what I'd want it to be. So I'm going to leave it as is for now, and that is my dashboard for the month. Hi, my amazing planner friends. It's Jess. So it's Wednesday.